Hey, thanks for checking out my video. In this video here I want to cover some of the basics of using your DX7 transmitter in the Buddy Box setup. So, here we go. First thing you want to do is hold the select and scroll down buttons to select your model. And the MCX, that's a great one. Let's just start there. It's something I actually probably would use for Buddy Box setup. So, next thing you're going to do is use the scroll up button and scroll through the pages until you find the trainer page. Trainer. Now, what you see is INH. I'm not quite sure what that officially stands for, inhibited or something. Basically, it's off. So, let's scroll through the settings. First one is slave P-Link. Now, slave means you want to use this DX7, yours, as the slave transmitter, which means that the master is actually doing the one transmitting and always has control regardless. So, P-Link is really cool. With the higher end transmitters, if you will, the DX6, I believe, 7 and above radios, it'll actually overlay the signal coming from the slave transmitter, in this case this one, and overlay the master's settings, the dual rates, expo, throw rates, which is really cool because some planes are really twitchy, like the Foresight, and your buddy'd have a hard time flying that without your expo settings because it's just going to roll and pitch really hard, violent, and fast. So, next setting, P-Link, SW, be switch, and L rocker, that's the left rocker. Now, once we just covered the P-Link, so in this case it's asking you, do you want to be the master transmitter, and do you want to use P-Link? So if your buddy's using another DX7, it's going to overlay all your settings, the throw rates, dual rates, expo, and everything else, and he mixes for helicopters, over that, to make it fly more like you intend it to, and the way you have it, why you have it all set up so fancy is for a good reason. So if you want to change the left rocker, you can press the select button, and then you can change it to right rocker. Now, I always use the left rocker for, here's my reason why. When I fly Buddy Box and I surrender control, I always leave my throttle at minimum of half, sometimes 3/4, sometimes full, depending on the aircraft and my mood and all those other variables. So, I'm going to leave that there, and this is my left rocker up here. Now, when I hold that, it surrenders control to the slave transmitter. Now, meanwhile, leaves my right hand free to use it for elevator and ailerons. So if I start to, or if the slave starts to get into trouble, I have quick reaction time. As soon as I let go, I can pull back, roll left, roll right, whatever I need to do to get out of that scenario. Hopefully it's not a death spiral and you can pull out. Now, if you use it the other way, your hand is on the right rocker, you have quick access to the throttle and rudder. Well, that's swell and all, but in my opinion, I always want to have instant, I don't want to take my hand off the right gimbal ever. The throttle, I don't care if I have a second or two lag, it's not the end of the world because I've already got a whole bunch of power applied, so I can pull up real quick. So, with that covered, we can switch back over to the other setting, P-Link, and if I push down again, I get normal, and the switch is left rocker. Now, normal would just be a direct link. If you're using this transmitter with your like T28 transmitter or a Blade CX2 transmitter, the LP5 DSM2, I believe, transmitter, you just use normal anyway because it's not gonna be able to talk to each other and overlay the expo, throw rates, and dual rates over the signal being input. So normal is just a normal direct link, something like the MCX. That's totally fine, no problem. And then after that, I believe it's back to INH, which is basically off. So go ahead and send me any questions, comments, concerns. If you have anything I might be able to answer, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for checking out my video.